Mandukya Upanishad all together. Om Bhadram Karne Vishnuyaam Devaah Bhadram Pashyemakshabhir Yajatraah Sthirairangai Stushtvagam Sattanubhi Vyashema Devahitai Yadayuh Swasti na Indro Vruddharshavaah Swasti na Pusha Vishwavedaah Swasti nastarksho Arishtanemihi Swasti no Brahaspati Dadhatu Om Shanti 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 Om Ityetadaksharamidam sarvam tasyopavyakhyanam bhutam bhavat bhavishyaditi sarvam omkara eva yacchānyatrikālātītam tadapyomkara eva. Everything that exists is Om. And in this Upanishad, it is going to be described and presented. And the past, present, and the future is all Om. Our Jagat, our entire creation is made out of space, time, causation, which is past, present, and future. And that all is Om. Then, yacha anyat trikālātītam, that which is beyond the three times, past, present, and future, is also Om. So we have the Jagat, which is governed by the past, present, and future, time, space, and causation. But that which is beyond, which pervades everything, is also Om. That also is, this also is Om. Said. Sarvam hetad brahma, ayam atma brahma, soyam atma chatushpat. This entire Jagat is Brahman, pure consciousness. And this self is also Brahman. That each one of us have Jivatma, and the original of that is the Paramatma. And therefore, we also are Brahman. The self, such as it is also possessed of four quarters. We are all governed by four dimensions. Chatushpat. What are the four dimensions? Jagra, Swapna, Sushupti, and Turiya. Jagarita Sthano Bahishpragnaha Saptanga Yekona Vimshati Mukha Sthula Bhuk Vaishwanara Prathama Padaha. The wakeful face is known as Vaishwanara. No? He is external consciousness. It is in the waking stage. Always it relates to the external things. And it is possessed of 7 limbs and 19 mouths. And it is through that we perceive the entire world outside, in the Jagrat world. So also is in Swapna Sthana, the dream world. Swapna Sthanam Tapragnaha Saptangaha Ekona Vimshati Mukaha Pravibhikta Bhuktaejasaha Dvitiyapadaha. So, the difference is between dream and wakefulness is the dream is internal consciousness, Antapragnaha. But all other things are same. The 7 limbs, 18 mouths are all. And the perception and the enjoyment is through the subtle objects. In the wakeful phase, it is the gross objects, Whereas in the dream world, it is the subtle object. That's the difference it says. Yatra supto na kanchana kamam kamayate na kanchana swapnam pashyati tat sushuptam sushupta sthana eke bhuta pragnana ghana eva anandamayaha hi ananda bhukteto mukha pragnastrutiya padaha. Third is the pragna, that is the deep sleep. Sleep without wakeful consciousness or dream consciousness. It is called the sleep consciousness. It's called SUSUPTI. It's an embodiment of all Ananda. It is the Anandamaya. It is the state of Anandamaya Kosha. It is the Prajnana Ghana. It is the one which is potential. It is frozen consciousness. Ananda Bhuk. Now, the enjoyment is through Ananda Bhuk. Chetomukha. And that is the third part. Esha Sarveshwaraha, Esha Sarvagnaha, Eshantaryami, Esha Yorihi, Sarvasya Prabhavapyayohi Bhutanam. It is from here all other koshas come. From Anandamaya Kosha comes Vijnanamaya Kosha, then the Manomaya Kosha, Pranamaya Kosha, then the Annamaya Kosha. That is the whole process of creation. Therefore, he is the Yoni. He is the Lord of all. He is omniscient. This is the one which is called the Karana Sharira. Karana Sharira is the root cause for the Sukma Sharira and Sthula Sharira. This one is the inner director of all. This one is the source of all. This one is verily the space of origin and dissolution of all being. Srishti Sthiti Laya occurs from here only. Then the ultimate. Anta pragnam na bahish pragnam no bhayata pragnam na pragnana ganam na pragnam na pragnam adrusyam avyavaharyam agrakyam alakshanam achintyam avyapadesham ekatma pratyyasaram prapanchopashamam shantam shivam advaitam chaturtham munyante Saatma Savigneyaha. That which is not wakeful consciousness, it is not in the sleep consciousness, nor in the dream consciousness. It is beyond all these three states, and that is our original self, Atma. That is the fourth. And what is the feature of that? Prapanchopashamam Shantam, Shivam. It is complete silence. It is beyond space, time, causation. Therefore, it is unseen and it is not avyavaharyam, agrahyam, cannot be grasped by the mind and other things. All that, the ultimate reality. Having said about the four dimensions, Jagra, Swapna, Sushupti and beyond, the Jagat and that is beyond, then the Upanishad goes to tell about the three matras and the fourth. Soyamatmadhyaksharam omkaraha adhimatram pada matra matrascha pada akara ukara makara iti. And the Jagara Sthana is the akara. Jagarita Sthano Vaishwanaraha akara prathama matra Apteradimatvat apnoti hava sarvan kaman adischa bhavati yayevam veda. It's all in the Jagrat. Who knows that does verily attain all desirable things and becomes the foremost. If you get mastery over the wakeful thing, you can get all the desirable things that we know today in information technology. We get all the things. And we have surgeries after surgeries, pharmacological interventions. All that we want is available to us in this Jagrat Sthana. One who knows completely. Swapna Sthana Taijasaha Ukaraha Dvitiya Matra Utkarshat Ubhayatvat Utkarshati Havai Nana Santatim Samanascha Bhavati Na Asya Abrahmavid Kule Bhavati Yajevam Veda. After Vaishwanara, we have the Taijasa. That is second matra, that is the Ukara. And that is the dream consciousness. And because of the similarity of excellence and intermediateness, he who knows this increases the current of knowledge. He becomes completely full of all knowledge. And it increases the current knowledge. Understanding of the physical world, we know in the Jagrat world, and in the subtle world, you start understanding the deeper dimension of the prana aspect of it. And that is the asya brahmavit kole bhavati. Nanasantatim samanachabod. So in his entire parampara, his sons, daughters, everybody, nobody will be there who is not realized. So that is the continuity that comes. One who becomes an expert about this Sushupti. Then comes the Sushupti. Sushupta sthana pragnaha makarastrutiya matra vitera piterva minoti hava idagum sarvam apetischa bhavati yayevam veda. Pragna is the sphere of activity in the sleep state. That is the yam, makara. It is the karana sthana. And it is in the potential form, it is in the seed form. Everything from there, the seed sprouts and brings about the dream and the Jagrat consciousness. Viter, apiter, va. Anyone who knows that, who masters this dimension of Sushupti consciousness, then he is able to measure all this and he becomes the place of absorption. Everything gets absorbed. अमात्र चतुर्थो व्यवहार्यः प्रपंचोपशमः शिवः अद्वैतम् एवं ओंकार आत्मैव संविशत्यात्मनात्मानं य एवं वेद. That which is beyond is the Turiya, the Om. It is Amatra. And Om has no matra in that. It is beyond the three, akara, ukara, makara, avyavaharyaha, beyond all dealings, conventional, and the limit of negation of the phenomenal world. You go on saying not this, not this, not this, not this. What remains is the pure consciousness. Prapanchopashamaha. It is beyond space, time, causation. Shivaha, called auspicious, Advaita, unparalleled, all together. This is the 12 mantras of the thing. Earlier we have dealt with the other mantras up to fourth mantra. Now we go into the fifth mantra. Fifth mantra talks about the Sushupti. Sushupti is the state of deep sleep, where the sleeper does not desire any enjoyable thing. Na kanchana kamam kamayate. No? When you are sleeping, you have no desires. I want this is not there. Because only when the mind is thinking, manifest, then only it can think. Na kanchana swapnam pashyati. And in this, you are not dream. You are not in wakeful consciousness. You are not in the dream consciousness. So, sushupta ardhanaha eki bhutaha. So it has become one. And that's called the prajna. Everything has become undifferentiated. That means there are no differentiations. There is no triputi there. In all Jagratan, the the dream consciousness, there is the triputi. Seer, seen, and the process of seeing. The triputi is there. Here, the triputi has merged itself. It has become undifferentiated. And it is the mass of mere consciousness. That is Prajnana Ghana. Consciousness has frozen itself in this thing. It has not manifested, it is in the unmanifest form. It is called the Avyakta form. Anandamayaha, enjoyer of bliss. It is a state of bliss. Ananda Bhuk, doorway to the experience of dream and the wakeful state. Tejoomka, Chetoomka. Right. So Sushupti is a state where there is no desiring of the external object and there is no dreaming. It is called unified frozen consciousness. This is called as the Avyakta or the unmanifest. And this has been put as Nidra and Smriti by Patanjali. Pramana, Vipareya, Vikalpa are the three phases of Jagrata and Sushupti, Jagrata and Swapna. Then Nidra and Smriti. Pramana, Vipareya, Vikalpa, Nidra, Smritayaha, Patanjali says. So in this state, in the so-called Sushupti, there is not only the Nidra, that is a deep sleep. There is also the memory store which is featured by various Samadhis. So Samadhi also comes into this thing. And that the state called the causal state. Is from there the whole world comes out. It's called prajna. Sushupti is governed by prajna. It's the third aspect of consciousness, sleep consciousness. Jagrat is experiencing the external object, Jagrat consciousness. Swapna is pramata, prameya interactions of the subtle prapancha, the seer and the seen and the process of seeing. And that is created by the mind and the vasanas in the Swapna prapancha. We only create our world, at the dream consciousness. Whereas in the Jagrat, we are not creating this object. This object is not created by our mind. It is created by the cosmic mind. That's the difference. Where in the dream, you have your own house, you own your family, you got one object, you have your enjoyment, everything goes on, all created by your mind only. Our mind only. Mind of the Jivatma. That's the difference between Swapna and Jagrat. So Sushupti is neither that. Not Jagrat, therefore no desiring of external. We do not experience and therefore not desiring. Not that we are relieved of all desires. Desires are all there in the frozen thing. It is not that we don't have desires in the things, but they are not manifest. They are in the unmanifest form. It is not swapna, nor are we experiencing eternal object. So it's a dreamless sleep. We call it a sound sleep. Some people, they do that, that sound sleep, you may call. It is speech adopted by snoring. It is rid of the tripati. It is undifferentiated consciousness. Pramata and pramaya are undifferentiated. There is no tripati. Sushupti Sthana is eki bhuta. The sleep consciousness is karana atma. That means it is from here, it is the causal state. All differentiation subjects have vanished and has come to undifferentiated mass. So we have space, time are all in this feature and it is causation. It is from there it comes. So merger here does not mean it is vanishing, but it is going into the potential form. So mind is not absent there. Mind is present. Therefore, when we say that Nidra, don't sleep, that mind has vanished. There are some people who have postulated this philosophy saying that the SUSUPTA Paramavastha, mind is absent there. Because everything is undifferentiated, Triputinasha has occurred, therefore that is ultimate reality. So this is one philosophical team that talks about Sushupti as the Parama. But Mandukya is very clear. Sushupti is the third. Then comes Turiya. So then what is the difference here? The entire thing is undifferentiated. It's in the Abhyakta form. In modern terminology, we call it the potential form. It has not come to the kinetic form. So it is kinetic form has gone into the potential form. The once objects are not differentiated, even the cognitions will also become undifferentiated. That's what's here. Then the next thing, Prajnana Ghana, it is called. It is the Karanatma, it is the causal state, and all differentials have vanished. It is a merger of cognitions. So the entire thing has merged together. Watch cognition of clock in Jagrat, dream, as a projection of its vasana. Vyashti and Samashti cognition are Abhyakta. So, Vyashti is the individual, Samashti is the external. Both cognitions are Abhyakta. It has gone into the frozen form. As many as there are cognitions, external and internal, as name and rupa, they all are resolved. So they become unmanifest. It's called Prajnana Ghana. It has become a mass of Prajnana. The consciousness is all frozen in this thing. Then Ananda Maya, it is fully saturated. Individual Nama Rupa is causing. I am not individual. The limitation of joy is transcendental. Limitless. So, Ananda Mayaha is temporary. Ananda Swarupa is permanent. When you go to Turiya, you have got the infinite bliss. Whereas in Ananda Maya Kosha, Ananda is there, but Ananda is temporary. It comes and goes. As soon as you come out of the Sushupti, you are back with the wakeful world and others. What all we want is we want to take a sleeping pill when they have a lot of pain. Come on, doctor, give me some sleeping pills so that I can sleep. Cancer patients suffering from intense pain. They say, a normal sleeping pill will not do. Give me morphine so that I can sleep. We all want to sleep because in the sleep there is the Ananda there. That's called it's the Ananda Maya. But it's not infinite, it is not permanent. It comes and goes, it comes and goes. So when you come from SUSUPTI, effect of sleeping pill, effect of morphine goes away, then you come back. Again you have the pain. So everything is frozen. So I have an individuality and division of, as duality. Subject-object differentiation, Tripati experience in the Savikalpa Avastha. In this it is not there. Then Anandamaya. So what is Anandamaya? Where there is a differentiation, there is limitation and called samsara. In Sushupti and Savikalpa and Nirvikalpa Samadhi, divisionless is common. Divisionless in Samadhi and sleep are not different. This state is temporary. So Ananda is also temporary and limited. So it is Anandamaya and not Ananda Swarupa. Ultimate reality is Ananda Swarupa. That means it is Ananda personified. Sat Chit Ananda. Satjit Ananda Swarupa. That is in the Turiya. In Turiya, I am always Nirvikalpa. Ananda Swarupa. That is permanent. That is unchanging. It is beyond space, time, causation. Whereas in Ananda Maya, in the Sushupti, it comes and goes. It is bound by the space, time, causation. So then, Ananda Bhuk is the word that is used. When the mind is resolved, gone to the potential forum, it is an experience here through Karana Sharira. What is the difference? When I experience with mind, I know I am experiencing. I am aware of registration. In Sushupti, we are not aware at the time of Sushupti as the registration is going. But registration is going on. After waking up, we say, oh, I had a very nice sleep today. I had a very disturbed sleep. Everything we tell after coming back to wakefulness. Therefore, there is a registration that is taking place in deep sleep, in Sushupti. So, though we are not cognizing, the registration is kept up there. So, for example, in the night, you make a resolve. Morning, I want to get up at 3 o'clock because I have to wash myself, leave by 4 o'clock, catch the flight at 6 o'clock, I have to be there 1 hour early, everything you calculate. You put the alarm. Before the alarm rings, this alarm rings. You are already awake. Isn't it? How does that happen? There is a thing going on. Clocking mechanism is going on. Or registration is going on inside. That is the thing that is. Therefore, this is called Ananda Bhuk. There. Oh, then it is called Prajna. So, Vaishwanara, Taijasa, Prajna. So, Prajna, what is the meaning? One meaning is Prakarshena Agnaha Prajnaha. Totally blissfully ignorant. It is tamas embodied in a sense, he said. This is one meaning. Another meaning is from Samashti viewpoint, Ishvara is all knowledge. Therefore, from the Vyashti, we have to go to the Samashti through various samadhis and samyamas. So we have to go deeper and deeper into this thing to go to that level of the prajna, this other thing. So we all know, in analyzing our happiness, what is happiness, what is Ananda, you all have studied. No? It's a fundamental drive in all of us. We all want to be happier, happier, happier. Sukha prapti. And to avoid the misery, dukkha nivritti. Move towards bliss and to overcome misery is the thing which has been built in all our lives, whether we know it or not. But we never analyzed, though we are in the era of science, everything we want to analyze. But we have only assumed that sukha is in objects of enjoyment. Why? It's our usual experience. When you have a dish of your choice, nice tea, nice coffee, a book of your choice, or song of your choice, music, then you get happiness. Therefore, we all assume that happiness is in objects of enjoyment. Therefore, we want to create more and more objects of enjoyment, more and more objects of enjoyment. Because it's our usual experience. But just because it's our usual experience, it may not be a truth. We do not know the truth behind it, though it's our usual experience. For example, we all saw the apple falling down. We thought, there is no mystery, that's fine. But Newton asked a question. Why should the apple fall down? I asked. We can all answer today, oh, it has become ripe, therefore it is fallen. Or the connection has been cut by some bird or something, it has fallen down, think. Then he asks a question. Next question, deeper question. Okay, the apple has become ripe or it has been cut. Why should it fall down? Why should it not go up? Why should it not go to the front or the back or the right or the left? Why should it come down? Look at the certainty of the question. Then only the entire theme of gravitation came up. Because of the gravitational force, it comes. Therefore, usual experience also has to be understood. Therefore, we have to analyze what Upanishad says and try to understand what is Sukha. Is Sukha in objects of enjoyment? Question it. Therefore, take simple example. People from Bengal, they love Rasgulla. First Rasgulla, they are very, very happy. Second, okay. Third, okay. But fourth, enough. But he comes and says, no, you have to eat another 2 Rasgulla. But some people have their own capacity. I had one of my friend, his capacity was 40 Rasgullas. Then one day he said, we all come, you must eat today. I will eat 40. Then we gave another 3 you have to eat. Can't. Another 2, he vomited. What does that show? Law of diminishing returns. Therefore, can you say happiness is an object of enjoyment? That is the dimension. Then it varies from person to person, community to community, psychological thing, everything. Therefore, the thing is, happiness is not an object of enjoyment, it's an inner state of mind called as silence. And that is the Anandamaya Kosha. So in quest of happiness, therefore, you have to go beyond the sense pleasures. Why? We want permanent happiness, infinite happiness. We are not happy with this thing. You change jobs, you are getting 50,000 rupees a month. You are not happy. You want 1 lakh, you want 5 lakh, you want 10 lakh, you want 1 crore. Why? You think if you have more money, you will be happier. Because you can get any object of enjoyment, empower, everything, but not infinite. So, in the deep sleep, Anandamaya Kosha state, it's called the non-REM sleep. Now look at what science has talked about. So, in the modern thing, we say there are regions of brain in which happiness is stored. So, in the matter-based paradigm, we think that happiness is in the brain only. And this is the reason. Some of the regions in the brain responsible for happiness are the hypothalamus, nuclear accumbens, and septum. These are known as the pleasure regions of the brain. They release neurotransmitters, endorphins, and dopamine that result in the feelings we know as happiness and joy. So, polysomnography, sleep study, shows non-invasive procedure to diagnose sleep disorders. People do not get proper sleep. Insomnia is one of the major problems. If you don't get sleep, the whole day is lost. We all are aware of that. So, polysomnography records brain waves, oxygen level in blood, heart rate, breathing, eye and leg movement. It monitors the sleep stages and cycles to identify if or when sleep patterns are disrupted. Why? There are 4 to 6 sleep cycles in one night. Each cycle lasts 90 minutes. So this is the non-REM sleep, this is the REM sleep. You can see in the REM sleep, that the dream state, there are a number of areas which are triggered. That means activity is going on. Whereas in the non-REM sleep, you can see it is much less. And this is the normal sleep and the REM sleep. You can see fMRI pictures. So SUSHUPTI Sthana is Chetomukha, another word that is used. That means a dreamer has to go through the sleeper to come back to wakeful phase. Every day when we sleep, first we go into the SUSHUPTI, deep sleep. Then from there we wake up to a dream. And the dream vanishes, you go into the SUSHUPTI. Like this, many dreams occur. 3 to 4 times we dream. Then finally we go into SUSHUPTI. From SUSHUPTI, you come to the wakeful thing. So it's called Chetomukha. It is the platform on which the dream and the wakefulness are built. It is from Sushupti, the dream comes and goes back. The wakeful comes, goes back. We are all awake today, then we go to the sleep. So sleep is a platform. You know. So you have to remove the earlier sharira to go to the other sharira. So when you are in Sushupti, you have to remove our physical body, the consciousness of the physical body, go into the subtle body at the line. Sometimes we do not recognize this thing. Sushupti is a corridor, a door between dream and Jagrat. So these are the various stages of sleep. Stage 1, step 2, 3, 4, 5, like this. How we are going to go in our sleep, when you sleep. So first is the alpha of theta, then theta, spindles, and K complexes. Then 4 to 6% is theta, delta. Then delta, theta comes. Finally, theta comes. So these are the waves that come. When you are awake and active, it's all going on in the beta pattern. But when you are relaxed and meditative, alpha waves come. Deep sleep, big waves, very small things. That's called the delta waves. So stage 1 is falling asleep. Eye movement slow down, overall loss in awareness, thought, responsiveness, and easily awaken. In step 2, deeper sleep than stage 1. High voltage, slow waves begin appearing in EEG, that is delta waves. In stage 3, deeper sleep is stage 2. More high voltage, low waves appear in EEG. Stage 4 is the deepest state of sleep. Lot of high voltage, slow waves in EEG that comes. So from there you wake up at the REM sleep, that is rapid eye movement sleep. The muscles cannot move. Most people awakened from REM sleep report dreaming. So this is how it goes through. Stage 1, stage 2, stage 3, then come through the dream. From there again go to the SUSUPTI dimension. So what is the summary of the dream waves? Delta waves is the deepest sleep, 1 to 4 hertz. Theta waves, 4 to 8 hertz. That is 4 waves in second. Alpha waves, 8 hertz to 12 hertz. Beta waves, 12 hertz to 40 hertz. Gamma waves, 40 hertz to 100 hertz. These are all the EEG things that come. So this is about the SUSUPTI, it told. In the SUSUPTI, in the mantra 6, it talks to the next dimension. Yesha sarveshwaraha. Repeat. Yesha sarveshwaraha. Yesha sarvajnaha. Yesha antaryami. Yesha yonihi. Sarvasya prabhavapyayo. Sarvasya prabhavapyayo hi bhutanam. That's the dimension. This is the Lord of all. He is the one omniscient. He knows everything. This one is the inner director of all. This is the source of all. So, Yesha Sarveshwara. Sarveshwara means what? Sarvasya Ishwaraha. He is the Lord of all. Jagrat and Sushupti. Sushupti is the Lord. Sarvagnaha, total knowledge. Both generalized and specific knowledge are available in Sushupti. Antaryami, it's indwelling. Causal state for all creation and destruction. Nidra and the Sushuptis. So Antaryami, Samashti perspective. Antaryami means indwelling. The Karana for the whole universe, the entire universe. That is the physical world, the pranic world, the mind world, the intellectual world, all these things are their fields. And this is the root cause. From there it comes. It's Karana. Or it is the Antari, entirely. Ocean is another name for this thing. Water under certain condition, Nama Rupa condition, with Samashti Rupam, it is called ocean. So in the ocean, you have the different waves, So a small wave, big wave, a tsunami wave, destructive wave, every waves are there coming and going, coming and going, But there's also calm ocean where hardly any waves are there. So these are all the phases that we have. So water under certain condition, that is nama and rupa condition, and samashti rupam, it's all thing, huge ocean. Waves are small, small. Like that, we are all jivatma, small waves. Very tiny waves, bubbles that come, and we are big waves and other things. We are all human beings, just like small waves. In the ocean, ocean is the samashti, the cosmic thing. When Nama and Rupa are potential, total Nama Rupa is called Ishvara, is the omnipotent. The ocean is called as the Ishvara. That is called the Samashti perspective. So Samashti is omniscient. Eshaha Sarvasya Yonihi. That is the Upadana Karana. There are two Karanas, causal. One is the Upadana Karana, another is the Nimitta Karana. What is Upadana Karana? The material cause for all world in potential form. For example, we know it's all made out of molecules, atoms, protons, neutrons, electrons, made out of fundamental particles. They are all made out of energy. So this is the material cause, called the Upadana Karana. Therefore, the Sushupti, the Upadana Karana for all the world in potential form. So a spherical form is potentially present in all geometric shapes. Whatever geometric shape you take, you put the circle, it can come. So circle is the potential form. Shivalinga is potential of all gods. Therefore, Ishvara is the material cause for all. Then what is Nimitta Karana? Is the intelligent or the skillful cause. That's the dimension. So Upadana Karana is the material cause. That is Srushti, Chiti, Laya are features of Upadana Karana. All wave forms arise, stay, and then vanish to ocean. They all are water. Jagrata and Swapna, Prapancha are Karya. The Upadana Karana, it comes and goes, comes and goes. Karya Karana Vilakshana is Turiya, that which is beyond time, space, and absolute dimension. Upadana Karana is also in space and time. What about Nimitta Karana? It's the intelligent cause. See, a carpenter has to have intelligence or the skill also to create a desk. He may know how to cut the thing, how to chip off this thing, how to do smoothing, everything he may know. But he must have that intelligence, how to put them together to form this table, this chair. That's the intelligent cause. So omniscient is the knowledge, omnipotent is the skill. Ishvara has both. You have the energy, but the energy has to condense itself to make a pen, particularly. You have the technology. In technology, there is the intelligence, there is the creation. So that is called as the Nimitta Karana. So in causal state, there are two Karanas. When we say it is the Karana Sharira, that is the causal state, it has the Upadana Karana and also the Nimitta Karana. Upadana Karana is the material cause. That is the material cause. For all these things, material cause is energy. And converting that into pen, this thing is our intelligence. That is the language. That is the Upadana Karana. So I am that conscious, Sarvagnaha. It knows everything. I am that consciousness. We put all these dresses as name and form, as Veshti and Samashti Rupa. But I am pure consciousness, non-living consciousness, Turiya. That is without Nama and Rupa. Is silence avyakta, the unmanifest, is a single state? Is the question that we have to ask. When you say, my mind is silence, is it Turiya? Are there different stages? Is the question that takes up. Take for example, a person has gone into coma. A serpent has gone into hibernation. In surgery, you are made to take an anesthesia and you become unconscious. You cut off on the heart, you don't know what is happening. A person gets epilepsy, grand mal, then he doesn't know what he is doing. Then a person got drunk, he goes. So there are different layers of silence. These are all essentially pathological conditions. Where a deep sleep with no dream is a natural state. And then we have the Jada Samadhi. You are hypnotized, hypnotic trance. You do not know what you are doing. drug-induced silence. So various levels of silence are there. Then we have states of samadhi, states of superconsciousness, in which you have vitarka, vichara, ananda, asmita, anugamat, sampragnata, tadanyaha, sampragnata. 8 types of samadhis Patanjali talks about. They are all called sabija samadhi. See, everything is still in the seed form. And that which goes beyond, there be the kaivalya, the moksha, that is pure consciousness, dimension. So the 3 states of our lives, Vyakta, Jagrat and the Sushupti, Akara and Ukara. Unmanifest is the Avyakta, that is Sushupti, Yam. This represents the states of unmanifest. Lord Patanjali classifies them into 2, Nidra and memory, that we have seen. He said Pramana, Viparya, Vikalpa, the 3 manifest. Nidra, Sprutayaha, are the unmanifest. So, manifest of the chitta in the present state, Pramana, Viparya, Vikalpa, random thinking, wrong knowledge, right knowledge, they all come in the wakeful and the dream state. But when you go into the Nidra, deep sleep, then the Samadhi, that is Smriti, memory store. So, therefore, he says that Nidra is not Vritti Rahasya. Abhava Pratyaya Alambana Vritti Nidra. So the mind is in the form of Abhava Pratyaya. That is the speciality of Patanjali, So Nidra, deep sleep, is also a Vritti. It is not absence of Vritti, absence of Chitta, he says. And from that, we go into things which are beyond sleep. So today, we have tried to understand what is deep sleep and what is it. It's Sarveshwara, Sarvagnaha, Yonihi. All these things have been beautifully brought out. So with that, we'll close today's session and we'll continue beyond sleep Turiya in the next class. Thank you. Sarve bhavantu sukhinah, sarve santu niramayah, sarve bhadrani pashyantu, ma kaschid dukkha bhag bhavet. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Anybody have any questions? We can go. Any questions on Sushupti you have? You can ask.